Hello, welcome to XYZ English Grammar Lab. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do so. Today, we are going to test our knowledge on our last topic on advice and advice. Now, to refresh our memory, I told us that advice is a noun. Advice. The sound in advice is S, as in letter S. Then the second one is advice. And advice is a verb. The sound in advice is Z. I also said that we do not add S to advice because it is a noun. And we do not also add ed to make it past because it is a noun. Of course, nouns do not perform any function in a sentence. So you are going to bring out your working materials and we are going to look at some questions and you will also score yourself. So as I read them out and then we look at the answers, the possible answers, the correct ones, I would also like you to do the same. Now the first one, I need your advice. I need your advice. So there we underline advice. What do you think? Is that the correct expression? No. Advice here is a verb instead of a noun. Already we have a verb in the sentence, need. Need is a verb, so the expression here is wrong. So this one is advice and not advice. So it is advice. Now let's look at sentence 2. He advises people but do not take advice. He advises people but does not take advice. What do you think? Is it correct or wrong? Okay. Now he used advises correctly here as a verb and then he uses the noun. So it is correct. He advises. This one is a verb and it is and he there is the subject. So why the advices is in it has es is because it obeys the rule of concord. We cannot say he advised people. No, he advises people because he is singular. So this one is very correct. So the two words are correctly used. Advises and advice, verb and noun. Now let's look at the next one. He advised him wrongly. He advised him wrongly. So he added D to advice. This advice is a noun. So this sentence is wrong. I hope you are following. This sentence is wrong. It's supposed to be he advised. So this one's supposed to be a verb and not a noun. Okay? She has advised the man on what to do. She has advised the man on what to do. Now he used the verb in this sentence. What do you think? Yes, it is very correct. There we have an auxiliary verb that helped it. And it is in the past. So it is a very correct sentence. Very correct. He has used advice correctly. In this case, advice is a verb. Now the next one, my candid advice is that you should change. My candid advice is that you should change. Do you think that this advice is correct? This advice is a noun and it is very correct. The only verb in the sentence there is. So advice here is correct. So this sentence is very correct. Then the next one, I choose to go with his advice. I choose to go with his advice. What do you think about this sentence? Is it correct? Yes. Advice here is very correct. This advice is a noun. And then we have a verb here, choose. Remember, to go here is not a verb. This is an infinitive. So the only verb there is choose. So the noun advice is very correct. Then the next one, it is a good advice to quit smoking. It is a good advice to quit smoking. What do you think is the possible answer? Are we supposed to use the noun or the verb? Here, advice is used as a noun, and it is very correct because we already have our verb is. So this one also is a correct sentence. Then the last but not the least, he refused to listen to his father's advice. He refused to listen to his father's advice. Now, advice here is used as a verb. What do you think? It's very correct. It's very wrong. He refused to listen to his father's advice. Now, refused is a verb, and now advice here also is a verb, is wrong. So it's supposed to be advice, a noun. So this one is wrong. So these are some of the sentences we have used today to test our knowledge on how far we have assimilated the uses of advice and advice. Once again, advice is a noun and advice is a verb. So you can construct more sentences using advice as a noun and advice as a verb. You can subscribe to my channel and at the same time follow me on my next video.